All right, let me get to this next topic. Which contributes more to a better society? Higher standards among men or women?
Women.
I'm just gonna answer that woman off the back.
Women.
Listen to what you named in the first three. Sex.
Yeah.
What else? Y'all chasing money or what else?
Peace. Bro.
Sex and peace.
Well,
Peace.
after I nut, I
That's
would have
it.
chilled.
You see what I'm saying?
Nah,
That's it.
you
The
right.
day's
I mean-
over for you. Started off the next day. So for me, I'm going with women. Yeah.
I'm gonna say women as well. Only because if you think about a household,
Mm-hmm.
who is the person that's influenced the household? It's usually the woman. The woman's usually influencing the household. So if we have higher standards in our household, I think in general, like we would have higher standards. It would be better for society in general. So that's how I thought about it.
I look at it as we have a little bit more structure.
Okay. Ace?
I think we're smarter because a lot of men do dumb shit. Like you've seen like what they say like why men like why women live longer than men because it's just like certain like just dumb shit.
And I don't think that
it's not
smarter though.
It's not because
No,
we working
not smarter, but
it's not because we working harder. like we gotta go to work every day. We ain't got nobody paying our bills. None of that. We don't get to go to therapy. We don't get to cry to our friends. All that shit. But anyway, yeah, I would say if women had higher standards, it'd be better for society. Because I think men have upped their standards for women, and I don't think it's changing. Nothing out here I ain't gonna hold you. So I think yeah, women have to have the highest standards. So yeah, they just gotta make it harder because otherwise
It's just easy. Like it is now.
Yeah, it's just gonna be easy, and ain't nobody going to commit. Ain't gonna be no families. Ain't gonna be no marriages. None of that shit. Like,
What
I have
about
a
you?
question. I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
I have a question.
I'm still thinking. So
Okay, good. When it comes to marriage, why is it that I'm just posing a question out there, but when it comes to like making someone being official, whether marriage or in a relationship,
right.
I'm wondering why we always depend on men to make that move.
What do you mean?
Like we all like as women, we always wait for men to be like, ask us to be their girlfriend. You know? Like instead of just coming to them like, hey, like we've been doing this for a while, like I think we should get together. Like women don't do that. Why do we always wait for men to do it?
I mean, technically we do. And then they be like, oh, that's not what I was, it's not what I was trying to do.
Yeah, sure. They'll be like, oh,
see, so it's like,
I
I
mean-
definitely get what your accent, but maybe because as women, we're supposed to look at men to lead. So maybe it's like the,
I think it was like the chivalrous thing. Like,
yeah,
I
that
mean,
part too. It's like not to take that away.
It was like a gender role kind of thing. Like men was courting the women. Women generally don't court men. So
No.
so it's not like I'm gonna court you and then you're gonna ask me to be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
right. But also just like, I get what you're saying, but also just like, I guess my question is like, how long does it take for any of you guys to ask a woman to marry you or be in a relationship with you?
Is there like a time
It's
period?
not no
or-
set
I know
time
there's no
period.
that time period, but like usually you've been in relationships before. You've been in
A couple.
few.
Couple.
Right. So what was that average?
Or was it something that just...
It wasn't the same, honestly. I've been in probably like 3 relationships in my life.
Adult relationships?
yeah.
Now you say like how long? Usually the span of it changes everything.
How long? What?
Were those relationships like more than a year?
The average is like 2 years, I would say.
Okay.
But some I jumped in like 4 months in, and others took longer. So you know what I mean, it's just how the vibe is going, the feeling I'm having. Like
The sex was good.
the head was good. You know what I mean? Stuff
That
like
was the
that.
something.
It got factors that you got
I'ma hold on to
that you
this one
got
just
you
a
got to
little
take into
longer.
consideration. You know what I mean? Right.
Not motivation.
But also, it's a certain shame that goes on a woman that has to ask a man to be in a relationship or to marry them. There's no shame on
as
us.
a woman,
you know
I'm
what I
never
mean?
asking a man to marry.
See,
Never
you never gonna hear a man say, "Oh, as a man, I'm not gonna ask a woman." So that's why to answer your question, that's why it is the way it is.
But I will have the conversation about, okay, we've been doing this for, I don't know, a year.
That's what I'm saying. That's the
We've
typical.
been doing this for a year. what are we doing?
Right. Yeah, you apply the pressure for what you want, and men apply the pressure for what they want. That's how it goes.
And I think women should do that because if you were a dude and he's not on your level or your mindset, he's wasting your time.
He's over here shaking his head like,
Yo,
no.
I don't think they should do that, man.
I
If you
think
gotta
so.
do that,
Because,
then
That's
but
what I'm
then-
like.
but
You're
look,
just emasculating him at that point. Like,
if you dating with a purpose, why wouldn't you want to ask that person? Like, why wouldn't you want to find out where we going?
I believe you could have that
emasculating
conversation when y'all first start dating, but to pressure him into
No, I didn't
doing
say
it-
no
pressure.
Oh, so
I
what
didn't
you
say
saying?
It's
pressure.
just a conversation.
Yeah.
It's just like, what are we doing?
No,
now?
what
are we doing?
that's
now?
pressure.
Oh, wait. I'm thinking
that's not pressure.
That's different.
That's
That's different.
pressure.
What are we doing?
Yes. What you
It's your
mean?
demeanor, your delivery, everything was different.
What did he just say he want? He want the nut and peace. After that nut, what we doing? That's not no peace. That's pressure.
I'm not saying doing it after you have sex. Like,
It don't matter what you doing.
If you start asking more
Pressure,
during
like-
sex, then, would that be a little easier blow? No?
I don't mind.
I'm just saying, dog.
No.
Damn.
I
So what are
think
we?
it's fine to ask the question before you're dating someone. Like, this is what I want. This is what I'm heading for. Are you looking for the same thing?
Right.
Yes.
When y'all start dating, that should
So
be
why can't you
established.
but why can't you check in a few times and be like, okay, are we
Men
still on
don't
the
check
same
in.
page? Like,
That
I
don't
like checking
happen.
in.
You
I
like-
like checking in like a couple of months. Like, hey, how are you feeling about this? Like,
But wait, Courtney, agree with me. Don't you think that women do that more? Men don't check in.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I like to check
That's
in. So
not
the guy
true.
that I'm dating, I want them to
I
check
haven't
in
had
with
the-
me.
Mm-hmm.
You check in?
I check in all the time.
See?
Okay.
I'm very vocal. Why you said no though?
No, it's to go back to the first question about
Yeah.
Western dating. I think what makes it complicated is like we're prioritizing romance above all else.
Mm-hmm.
Because back in the day, marriage wasn't about romance.
It was a contract,
It was
still a
about
yeah.
like, yo, this family got some land, that family got some land. Let's join our resources. It was about I have to fuck how you feel. I got to convince your dad to like me, right? So nowadays it's like, oh, it's just about two people who like each other, and that's part of the reason why shit doesn't work. And that's also part of the reason you have to ask questions like that because there's no reason for us being together. There's nothing that we're building. We're not trying to. I don't want kids. You don't want kids. We might as well just date forever, right? And I think going back to having too many options, people are stuck because they want the optics of the traditional institutions like marriage, but they don't want the responsibility to come with it.
actually
I don't
doing
want
it.
you to meet my mom or my dad.
You know people that say they don't want to meet their parents?
Yeah.
Are they dating?
Some people, yeah, they
never
going
met the
look,
other
we
side
going
of
to
the
Vegas,
family.
you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Start a
We
whole
gonna
new
do our own
life.
thing, and yeah, that's the
interesting.
West. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of parents ain't in people's lives nowadays. I don't know, but even going back to the first topic, I'm at the question. Yeah, so I do agree with the fellas.
I still gotta answer that.
I even want to take an even wilder thought because I know women like to say how much you guys make now, make more than men or whatever, and I still feel like I think that no matter how much a woman makes, let's say you make more than me, I still think that I should be the head of the household.
Absolutely.
True.
And-
Absolutely. My hands are broken.
Yeah,
I tell
okay.
men, like, my hands are broken. Like,
I appreciate you
wanna
saying that.
Like, go ahead, baby.
But women, usually feel like we're taking something away from them when we say that, and I appreciate that. And
Nope.
if,
I can't reach the can on top.
I can do it.
if I'm the head, you're still the neck. I heard Fantasia even said something like that.
That's from my big fat Greek wedding.
Yeah. Oh, well, I heard Fantasia say it, but
It's from
she's
my
like,
big
and
fat
it,
wedding.
you can't move without one or the other, and I agree with it 1,000%.
Yeah.
But are y'all dating the men that make less than y'all?
I have.
And would you do it again?
Definitely would. Because
Okay.
for me, it was money is not an object for me or like it's not priority. I always prioritize character first.
Mm-hmm.
So for him, it was just, okay, I genuinely loved him. It wasn't because of like money or anything like that. Whereas most women would look at me like, girl, you crazy. Because like, what? He couldn't do what? And it's like,
my only issue with it, and that's just the man that I did date, he felt insecure about it.
after some time.
But
that's
the
what he
thing is
had.
that I've never brought up, oh, that's why I make more money, or I try to throw money in his face. He just had that innate insecurity because
Every woman says that, what I'm saying?
but it's
I don't think it is insecurity on my end. I think it was just more or less I just kept doing this, and he wasn't used to probably dating a girl like me. Like, he was probably used to dating girls that just, probably coasted on the same level. Whereas me, I'm just chasing the next thing, like trying to just improve every day and get better.
I can't see how that's
What do you say that you hear women say all the time?
that men are insecure if they make more.
This man was.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that the other men I dated were, but this
Yeah.
specific man was very insecure about it. And I couldn't do anything about it because like I said, I never threw the money in his face. I never was like, oh, I'm gonna pay for dinner. Like, no, again, my hands is broken. Lead. But like there were certain things that I caught that I was just like, okay, he's insecure about this.
We got you.
Yeah.
In certain scenarios, and I'm not saying your scenario, successful women don't know how they're acting to a person that they feel like they're better than. If you get what I'm saying. So
Because
sometimes
I don't think they genuinely like that person.
Yeah.
they were like,
honestly, I don't think because if you genuinely love and like someone, that wouldn't be anything. That'd be it.
That's not even a thought.
Right.
Yeah.
all right.
Until it's time to spend some money and he doesn't want to spend it.
Because he don't got
And
it.
it's no, I'm saying it's time to spend y'all's money, but you make the majority of y'all's money. And he's like, no, we're not gonna spend that. And you're like, nigga, you bring $40,000.
No, wait a minute. I
bring
literally just had a
$100,000.
conversation like that earlier today where it was like, with my ex, it was more or less like, hey, I want to do this. What do you think? Or it'd be like, oh, no, I still let him lead in some sense, even though I was making maybe the majority of the money throughout the relationship. So it was like,
might be the exception.
This is what I'm saying. I'm like the 1%, like the black unicorn, the African unicorn over here. I don't know.
Look, because y'all diving into the next topic, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe, all that good shit.